You were kind of reminiscing on things that kind of helped you remember who your dad was and the things that brought him joy.
Exactly.
And I really kind of thought it was neat that each page was kind of like a chapter or a part of his life or part of your life, part of your kid's life.
Every illustration has a story behind it, something that he liked or something that he did with the grandkids, something that meant a lot to him. So like each page has a story.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Tim here with the TMA Connection. It is a local podcast that is focusing on the people in our community who are making a difference in the lives of others. And today, we got a really cool guest. First time ever interviewing an author. She's been a teacher and she is a teacher right now for Harford County Public Schools, going on 23 years right now. And she has written her first book called Choose to Live in Joy. It's a children's book. Show the camera over there. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a legend. Miss Staci Magee is in the house. Staci, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. I don't know about legend, but I appreciate that.
Well, in the eyes of my children
Aww.
And a lot of kids that have gone through Homestead Wakefield, you are a legend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I've seen so much on social media. Definitely felt like I needed to get you on here, help promote your book. It's got a great positive message and everything. But first and foremost, before we get into anything, let's give everybody a little bit of an idea who Staci Magee is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. First and foremost, I am a wife and mother. Mm-hmm. I've been married for 28 years. Scratch that, 29 years. Sorry, honey.
Shout out to Ray.
To my husband, Ray. And we have 3 beautiful adult daughters. My oldest, Jessica, is also a kindergarten teacher, in Harford County at Forest Lakes. And my daughter, Alexis, lives in California and is doing very well out there. And my youngest, Caitlin, is 21 and just graduated college and moved back home.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So,
you have raised 3 amazing daughters.
Thank you. I think
and you do have a phenomenal husband, past clients of ours,
right?
That's
right.
Bought a house with us.
Yes.
I have a vision board. I don't know if you have a vision board, but I do have a vision board. And one of the things on my vision board is I want to write a book.
Wow.
So selfishly, I wanted to bring you in because I want to learn a little bit about what it takes to write a book. So what prompted you in the first place to even come up with this idea of writing a children's book?
Well, I don't have a vision board, but I do have a bucket list in my head. And I've always wanted to write a children's book. I actually wrote one when we got our puppy, who's no longer a puppy, but I lost it on the internet somewhere. So
lost the dog
lost the book. I lost the book.
Okay.
I lost the book.
Okay.
So my father passed away about 5 years ago, and I decided then that I was gonna write another book.
Okay.
While we were going through his things, we found a poem that he had written down. At first, we thought that he had written the poem, which would have been way out of character for him. But after a little bit of research, we actually found the author of the poem. But still, for him to copy a poem down was very out of character, so it must have resonated with him in some way. And the title of the poem was Choose to Live in Joy. So Live in Joy kind of became like a healing mantra for me and my mom and my daughters. We buy earrings that say Choose Joy. My daughter has it tattooed on her side, Live in Joy. So it just kind of became a healing mantra.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was going to write a book to honor him. And it's called Choose to Live in Joy. And it's nothing like the poem.
Okay.
So it really, he and my mom are the main characters in the book. And then my daughters and my nephews are the characters as well. So the grandparents and the grandkids.
Right.
And
right.
so yeah, so it's just kind of like, I wrote it to honor him, part of my healing process, and just he'll live on forever.
Yeah, off camera, you were kind of going through the pages, and you were kind of reminiscing on things that kind of helped you remember who your dad was and the things that brought him joy.
Exactly.
And I really kind of thought it was, it was neat that each page was kind of like a chapter or a part of his life, or part of your life, part of your kid's life.
Every illustration has a story behind it, something that he liked, or something that he did with the grandkids, something that meant a lot to him. So like each page has a story as to why I included it in the book. Right. Something simple as he loved to watch the birds on his bird feeder. We went to Ocean City on vacation, Ocean City, New Jersey. Shout out to Ocean City, New Jersey. Not Maryland.
I know most Marylanders would automatically assume our Ocean City.
I'm a Jersey girl, sorry. I grew up in New Jersey. So,
don't apologize.
I do like Ocean City, Maryland as well.
Yes.
So just, things that we did with him growing up, avid Philadelphia Eagles, Phillies fan, going to the baseball games, always, his thing with the kids. We went to a game every August for his birthday. Him and my mom, like to go on cruises. So everything in the book, just is something that was special to him.
Absolutely. What a way to kind of honor the legacy of somebody is to actually take the time to document that, write the book, honor him in that way. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. What is writing a book easy? And again, this is a children's book, and it is illustrated, right?
But it's not a novel.
Talk to me about the process, though, of what it really took to, the timeline of doing this, getting an illustrator.
Sure.
Putting the correct words in. I guess I don't know. Talk to me about that.
So, writing the book, wasn't difficult. It's like you said, it's a children's book. So, really just kind of thinking about what I wanted to put in it, and actually the book wasn't long enough when I submitted it. They told me that I had to make it longer. So then I had to think of more, special occasions or things that we did, with him to put in there. So, it rhymes. So, just, having to, write the text and then it wasn't so hard to write it. It was harder to once the whole publishing process started.
Okay.
Lots of decisions.
Okay.
Lots of decisions. So surprisingly, last January I said to my husband, I was like, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to submit it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the first publisher picked it up.
Really?
Yes.
So who's the publisher?
So it's Mascot Books.
Okay.
But then Mascot Books is an imprint of Amplify Publishing.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. And then, so I got, you send it in and they accepted it. And then they give you a proposal.
Okay.
The proposal was outrageous. And I said, I don't think that I can afford that, So, I had some choices. And then they came up with another solution, another option. So long story short, the first proposal, the book would have been on Amazon in brick and mortar stores. But to make it a little more affordable, it's just available on Amazon.
Gotcha.
So I'm not paying storage fees for warehouse costs. I don't have to pay to print 800 books.
Okay.
It's print on demand.
Really?
So as people order it, they print it.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's still only 2 days shipping or something like that. So
that's, I guess that's the power of technology now, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Except for some reason, when I order like a bulk in my my author copies, it's like 2 weeks. So I don't understand.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway,
but print on demand. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they really loved the concept. of, just appreciating the little things in life and, just how it's a good story for kids. I've been told several times it's an important message for adults as well.
Yeah, right.
Just to find the joy in every day, enjoy the simple pleasures, whether it's just like, that cup of coffee in the morning or, watching the birds on the bird feeder, watching your kids play, soccer games, score a goal, whatever it is, just even if you've had a really stressful day,
Yes.
where so many things went wrong, don't focus on the negative, focus on the joy that you found in that day. And the main message in the book is, that your family is the greatest joy of all. And that's what my father believed.
Yeah.
Spending time with his family was the most important thing to him.
And I really do feel like this is connected with adults too, because in doing some homework and preparing for the podcast, I read some of the testimonials that were on your website, and it really seems like it's connecting not just with children, but with the adults that are reading it to the children as well.
I really love reading the Amazon reviews.
Yeah,
I really do. It's just the things that people have said are just it's a heartwarming story and just such sweet comments. It's really been enjoyable.
So
It's brought me joy.
So from January.
I'm sorry. So from January, I sent it in.
And was this past January or the January before?
Oh, this past January.
This past January, all in 2023.
Yep,
okay.
Yep, less than a year.
Wow.
Yep. So anyway, so I went back to them and I said that's a lot more money than I wanted to spend. Mm-hmm. So they just put me in a different program again. So it's just print on demand. I don't have to storage fees or anything. So that was much more affordable for me. So first I had to, what did I do first? So they sent me a template, and on the template I had to decide where I wanted the text. So for example, there's different. All right, so these are there's like a full page spread. These are goodness, what are these little pictures called? Maybe I should have. What are these called?
That's all right.
I'm drawing a blank. Okay, so this is like a full page, and then there's half page.
Okay.
And then.
Well, like in thirds.
And then this is called something. I forget what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to decide. I had to design each page.
Okay.
So I did all this. I designed, where the pictures were going to go. Top, middle, bottom. Where the text was going to go. It'll come to me what this is called. So that was first. And then that all got approved.
Okay.
Or, they edited it and approved it. And once that was finished, then they sent me, I needed an illustrator, which is why I, went through a publishing company versus self-publishing.
Okay.
That's driving me crazy with those illustrations. Spot illustrations. That's what it's called. Spot illustrations.
Spot illustrations. Yeah. Okay, very good.
Spot illustrations. So I had to decide, so this is this is considered a spread.
Okay.
So I had to decide, and then you have to decide what you're going to put on the right side of the spread and the left side of the spread.
Yeah.
And where the text is going to go. So after we figured that all out, and that was kind of stressful, because you have to. That's where it had to be at least 12 pages.
Okay.
So. It had to be at least 24 pages.
Okay.
So I had to extend the book and make it longer.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so then I had to write a description for each of the illustrations. And so they sent me artwork from 6 different illustrators.
Okay.
And I just kind of, looked at their artwork and decided, what I like. It's easy to rule out some,
Mm-hmm.
not what I was looking for. I kind of had a vision in my head. So I chose my illustrator, and they made sure that she was available.
Okay.
The illustrator is Chiara Savati. She did a great job. I've never met her.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what she looks like.
But so if you don't know who she looks like and you haven't met her, but she really did a good representation of your dad.
I sent
your mom.
I sent pictures
of
my parents and of the kids, the grandkids, and she did a fabulous job. Yep. And I got certain revisions. After every part, there was a revision period. So I could say for example, when she first sent the picture of, I got like a proof, I think, first of my parents and the kids. And I said, oh, you know what? I don't like his mustache. Make his mustache, above his lip, and give him some hair on the top. So like I was able to give feedback.
Yeah.
But it all went through the middleman. It all went through the publishing company. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know her if I tripped over her on the street.
So from January until when was the finished product done?
The finished product was done right when school started up again in
perfect
September.
timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. So after the illustrator we were finished with all of that, then it went to graphic design, and that's where they choosing the fonts was like probably the hardest.
Oh wow.
The hardest thing in the entire process. So I had to choose the font. I had to choose, what I wanted on the back cover, what I wanted on the front. Actually, they chose the picture that fit the best on the front cover. And
okay.
My daughter Alexis made the cover.
Hey.
She was excited. Yeah. So, so like it was, less than a year, which was pretty cool.
That is wild. Mm-hmm. I mean, that really happened kind of fast.
Yeah. It happened really fast.
For 9 months, basically.
Yeah, about 9 months. They'd said June, but they had somebody quit at the publishing company and kind of put them all behind. So off schedule.
Yeah.
Schedule. So like it kind of all hit right when school started. The book was ready to, be published. And yeah.
So if people are interested and they want to connect with you or to purchase a book, and I've already committed to Ray. I don't know if he told you or not, but as closing gifts, we usually give some kind of closing gift to our buyers and our sellers. But when they have a child, we are going to invest in getting, because I think reading's super important, and especially reading with a purpose, with a message, and that's what I think is just so special about this book.
Yeah, it really has a message that I haven't been able to find, in any other children's book. I looked, I Googled, living in joy, and I mean, there's books about kindness, there's books about being happy, but there's really just not a book that I found just about appreciating the little things, in life. And I think, and there's a section in the back.
There's other things that go along with this book too. Talk about that.
There's a page in the back. Of course, there's about the author page.
Okay.
That was really hard to write too.
To write about yourself.
About the author, yeah. There's a page, being a teacher, suggestions for parents and teachers. There's a before reading, things you could do, or questions you could ask during reading and after reading. So just to get the most out of it, just to build your child's vocabulary. It's got a lot of rhyming text in it, which would be great for teachers. Teaching different patterns. Really just to get them, help with comprehension.
Sure.
Just to get them to, understand the concept. But I mean, I read it to my daughter's kindergarten class, and the last question in the book is, what simple pleasures brought you joy today? Yeah. And the kindergartners were right away.
They picked right up on it.
I slid down the slide on the playground. They totally, got the concept, which was amazing.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just, not worrying about, life.
Yeah.
Just appreciating what you have, and appreciating those little things that just make you happy.
Yeah. Now, the teaching community in Harford County Public Schools, have they been supportive of this endeavor that you've had? I mean, you're an elementary school teacher.
My parents have, very supportive, nice supportive comments. My principal, my assistant principal have been very supportive. My students have purchased the book.
Okay.
So they bring it in and want me to sign it, which has been kind of cool.
Yeah.
And fun, so they've been very supportive.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know how far it's spread. I don't think it's spread to, besides my daughter's school, I don't think it's spread outside of, my school.
Well, we're just starting because there's going to be so many people that are going to watch this that it's going to go viral. Yeah. We're going to make.
I would love to see, PTAs buying them, or, for
school
for
systems.
Teachers, or, wow, I mean, if they can incorporate it into the curriculum, how amazing would that be?
Absolutely, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would be fantastic. Yeah, I just can't wait to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and we're such in the infancy of this right now. I mean, we're only about a month in from it being finalized.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's
Not even a month. It's
not even a month.
I think
And you've already sold over 100 copies
on Amazon. Yeah.
on Amazon.
And then I can also sell them myself as well.
Yep.
So I have a couple events coming up.
Talk to me about the events that are coming up, because I saw that on your website.
It's available at on Main Street at the Nest on Main.
Okay.
They're now selling it in store,
All right.
which is super exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. In November, in the Armory, there's like a artists and artisans kind of holiday show.
Okay.
I went to it last year.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be there on November 4th.
Okay. Man,
And there's one more.
got a whole bunch.
Oh, I'll be at the Bel Air Farmers Market on December 9th.
Wow, that's awesome. And we'll try to throw these dates up on the screen.
Yeah.
But if people want to, look into these events or any future events that we don't know necessarily right now, you have a website.
My website is stacijmagee.com.
Okay.
And if you go to the website, it just, there's pictures of my family on there, the kids, so what they look like when they were little, and then there's a couple pictures of them holding the book, and pictures side by side with their, picture in the book.
Yep.
Which is kind of cute. My family that have been really supportive in helping to market the book and things like that. So there's also pictures of me with my students, of the books that I've signed for them. There's a section for the events that I will be at.
Yeah.
So the website's beautiful. Let me just give a shout out to Judy Fritz with VIP Services.
Okay.
They have been doing an amazing job of managing my social media. I have Instagram now because apparently I need to have Instagram. Never say never. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and then I forget where else I am. But they're doing an amazing job managing the website.
Do you know your Instagram handle at Staci J Magee?
I think it's stacijmagee.author.
.author.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well done. Put you on the spot there.
Thank you. You did. I did. Yeah, I believe they just set me up with an email today, an author email. So, yeah. So it'll all be on the website.
There's a lot of great things coming to you in the future.
Thank you.
I think
I
this
hope
is
so.
Now I'm going to really put you on the spot.
Okay.
Will there be another book?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I've got
You've got some
lots of titles in my head.
You've got some titles in your... Okay.
lots of titles, all going to be in the Choose to Live series.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean,
Yep.
so many people say they want to do things in life, but it's remarkable when you talk to people that have actually taken action
Yeah.
on those things. You have a bucket list. There's things that you want to do. There's things that you have yet to accomplish.
Absolutely.
But you've taken the time, the effort, and you've put a great book out,
Thank you.
And people need to pick this up. If you're listening to this on audio, you got to go over to YouTube, because I'm holding up the book right now to the camera. Again, it's Choose to Live in Joy by Staci J Magee at stacijmagee.com, and that's Staci with an I.
Yes, that's important. That's important.
Yes.
Yes.
And also on Instagram and Facebook. Proud of you.
Thank
Well done.
you so much.
Well done.
Thank you.
One last question.
Sure.
And I ask this of a lot of guests, and I'm an avid reader myself. Outside of children's books, if you could pick one book that has really made a difference in your life as an author, as a teacher, as a person, as a mom, what book has really resonated with you? There's a lot, I'm sure, but...
There are a lot.
Yeah. Just curious. I did put you on. I didn't prepare you for this one.
I can tell you what my favorite children's book is.
Okay.
Well, I have a couple. All right, so my favorite children's book is Charlotte's Web.
Awesome.
I just love the character of Fern and just how much she cared. I mean, I'm an animal lover, and I just love how much she cared about the animals and Wilbur, and just the amazement of Charlotte and, writing words in the web and just building Wilbur's confidence. And I just love the book. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I read it to my class every year.
Good.
Yeah.
My kids loved you as a teacher.
Thank you.
And there are a lot of kids out there who have had the blessing of having you as a teacher. So thank you so much for taking the challenge of doing this and bringing joy to so many people.
I really didn't write it for any other reason than to honor my father and to get that important message out. Selling books is great.
Yeah.
I'm not going to become a millionaire on this, I just really want to get my message out to appreciate the little things in life. There's so much, negativity in the world.
Yeah.
And I really just want to, honor my father and just my mom and dad, how wonderful they were. My mom is still with me, sorry. How wonderful he was. And just to get that message out to just appreciate the little things.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's podcast, please share this, like it, comment. Anytime you do that on social media, it helps the algorithm and it just spreads. This is very deserving of being spread. So again, please share. We are on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube at the Markland Advantage, so you can see the video of this. If you're listening, you can hear it on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can download a podcast. We are going to be there, the TMA Connection. So please follow us there, subscribe as well, and thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. This has been awesome. I appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. This was a cool experience.
Cool.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Until next time, folks, live your life to the fullest, and we'll see you soon. Take care.